Here's the latest from Daily Architecture News. This Pan-Asian dining venue in the centre of effervescent Chandigarh in Punjab, India, is described by its designers as an undisputed cauldron of minimalism and indigenous materiality. Emblazoned with the name Tintin, the restaurant, crafted by local architecture firm Renessa, unapologetically dives headfirst into the realm of experimental design, an impetus that's equally expressed through the venue's gastronomical offerings. With unconventionality resting at the heart of Tintin, the spin-off from its glaring commitment to materiality is an experience that engages the senses beyond expectation. The Renessa team focused on crafting a sense of zen, while at the same time they lent into the sensibilities of local Indian materiality to bring the wow factor. After more than 50 years in operation, the Jindal Mechno Bricks Group required an overhaul of its Delhi headquarters. But the company's second-generation operators were seeking more than just a run-of-the-mill showroom. They were ready for an intrinsic facelift by way of a new thematic and modular design identity, something that could be established at their flagship premises and then rolled out to any retail outlet in India and across the globe. Since tapping local Delhi-based architecture office Renessa to undertake the ambitious project, Jindal's dream has been realised through what is now known as the Brick Bond. Completed in late 2021, it's an experience centre like no other, where the company's core product, the humble brick, is placed at the very heart of its visual storytelling. North of Beijing, in a valley famous for its Ming Dynasty-era remnants of the Great Wall of China, open architecture's monolithic Chapel of Sound sits like a mysterious boulder among the ruins. Made entirely out of concrete, enriched with an aggregate of locally sourced rock, the chapel's inverted conic structure contains a semi-outdoor amphitheatre, outdoor concert stage, viewing platforms, and a green room. Shaped acoustically for music performances, the hall can also be used as a space for contemplation and community gatherings. Hotel Terrestre is a multi-sensorial invitation for visitors to connect with nature. Intimately situated between the ocean and mountains of Puerto Escondido in Mexico, the hotel takes the experience of sustainable tourism into new territory. Operating completely off the grid using 100% solar power, guests are encouraged to disconnect from technology and reconnect with nature, synchronizing their day with the cycle of the sun. The newest addition in the Grupo Habita family of lifestyle hotels, Terrestre's sustainable ethos and commitment to providing a sanctuary of rest and relaxation makes it an ideal getaway for rejuvenation. Architect Alberto Kalash and his team at Tax took the client's vision for the retreat and translated it into an idyllic contemporary oasis, constructed entirely out of local sourced materials, including sand-coloured bricks. Time and again in the culinary world, health food shops and cafes are singled out from the rest. So for architects Eduard Eremchuk and Kati Pititskaya, the desire to normalise healthy eating became the driving force of their latest hospitality project. Given the name Nothing Fancy to reflect the cuisine on offer, the new restaurant nourishes its patrons with generous portions of what our body needs every day. The architects pointing to a menu of quality ingredients prepared with the best available cooking technologies. The 105 square metre restaurant fit-out was inspired by the atmosphere of a typical Milanese cafe. Its point of difference, however, lies in the way the architects blended the cafe archetype with a futuristic approach. Located just 10 kilometres north of Melbourne CBD, Pascoe Vale Primary School represents a fine example of neoclassical school design. Considered significant by the Heritage Council of Victoria, the original two-storey building was devised in 1929 by Edwin Evans Smith, Chief Architect of the Department of Public Works. But since the school has grown and innovations in teaching practices have developed, the team at Kosloff Architecture were called upon to update the old schoolhouse by way of a sensitive new addition. They were also required to make internal modifications to the existing building and support staff and students with a series of breakout and ancillary teaching spaces. You can catch up on all of these stories and more online now at dailyarchitecturenews.com.